Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed and in this particular video tutorial we will see how to schedule an SSIS package using SQL Server Agent job. So this is my profile. I have 10 plus years of experience on Microsoft technologies, especially in SSIS. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is what is a SQL Server Agent job and how to schedule an SSIS package using the SQL Server Agent job. So what is a SQL Server Agent job? SQL Server Agent is a Microsoft Windows service that executes scheduled administrative tasks which are called jobs. We can schedule any SSIS package or SQL script to be run at desired times. So for example, if you want to restore a database to a particular SQL server, however you want to restore the database at off-peak hours, maybe at 11 p.m. or 12 a.m., then you can prepare the SQL script for the database to be restored, and then you can schedule the SQL agent job to be run at 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. so that it can run during off-peak hours and it can be called automatically using the SQL Server agent job. Or you can schedule an SSIS package that can actually load data to a table during the off-peak hours or at any desired time. So without wasting further time, let's start the demo. Alright, so I have this particular SSIS package debugging which actually drop and recreate a table test data on my SQL Server 2016 instance under the training database. So it drop and recreate the test data table, and then using a for each loop container, it loops through all files under C files directory. So there are some 4 CSV files here, so it loads all CSV file to a SQL Server table. So if you go to the data flow task, so we have used a flat file source which can actually pull data from a flat file, and then we can populate the data to the test data table under training database. Okay, so if you want to run the package, you can right click and execute the SSIS package manually. However, if you want to schedule it using SQL Server agent, then you can do that as well. So we run the package and package ran fine. So you can check the data under training database. So this is our table test data. So it has 1061 records. So let me clean the table so that we can verify it when the package will run from a SQL Server agent job. So I truncated the table and now you can see that the table is empty. Okay, so now we want to schedule the SSIS package using a SQL Server agent job. So on the left side you can see that this is my SQL Server 2016 instance, and on the bottom side there is a this is the tool SQL Server agent. So right now you can see that there is a small red icon here. It means that, and also you can see that SQL XP is disabled. So you can see that the SQL Server agent job is disabled as of now, and you can verify this using the services as well. So you can open the services, typing services.msc under run command, and then go to the SQL Server agent job. So this is my SQL Server agent SQL 2016 job. So I have two instances on my machine, which is SQL 2014 and then SQL 2016. So for each instance you should have a separate SQL Server agent Windows service. So this is my SQL Server agent Windows service for SQL 2016. So you can check the status of the job, status of the service as well, that right now it's stopped. So that's why it's asking that you can start the service, and you can right click and go to properties as well. So you can see that right now the this particular job is stopped. Okay, the very important thing is the owner of the SQL Server agent job. So the owner should have proper rights on your file system or to the SQL server if it's interacting with the SQL server, or if it's fetching data from other systems, or even if it is creating files on your file system, then it should have the complete rights, full access on the machine. So you need to check the owner of this particular agent. So if everything is fine, then what you can do, you can either start the SQL Server agent from here as well, or you can go to the SQL Server Management Studio and right click on this particular thing, SQL Server agent, and click on it. So it should start the SQL Server agent job. Click yes. So it is going to start the SQL Server agent service. So now you can see that the red icon has been changed with a green one, and then if you will go back to the services, then if you will refresh it, then the SQL Server agent, now you can see that the status of the service is running. Okay, now we can go back to the SQL Server agent, and then to see the complete list of SQL Server agent jobs, you can expand the jobs folder, and now you can see right now there are, three jobs created here. So to create a new job, right click on the jobs and click new job, and now you can give a name to a SQL Server job. So probably I can give it like debug SSIS package. I provided a name as like daily because I want to run this job as on daily basis, and the owner of the job is the default user under which it's scheduled, and you can give any user under which you want to run the SQL agent job. And then the next step is to click on steps and click on new, so it will create a step, the task that you want to do using the SQL agent. So I can give the step name as like run SSIS package, and now under type, the default type is SQL script. So here you can write any T-SQL and it will be run on the SQL Server database, master database. So you need, because we want to schedule an SSIS package, so we need to change the type from T-SQL to SQL Server Integration Services package. And then under package source, either we can schedule the package from SSIS catalog or SQL Server file system or SSIS package store. But in this case, we are going to schedule the SSIS package from our file system. Okay, and now we need to provide the full path of the SSIS package that we want to run. So we want to run this particular package, so right click on a package and you can copy full path from here, or you can go to a file system and then copy the path from there as well. So I just copied it from here, and then you can paste the path here. So this is the full path of the SSIS package, debugging package that I just ran. Click OK, and now under schedules we can create a new schedule on which schedule you want to execute this particular SSIS package. So click new to create a new schedule. I can give the name as run daily basis, and under schedule type there is option recurring or one time. So you can call, in this case we will select as recurring because we want to run the SSIS package to be run on daily basis. And then under frequency occurs, we can select like daily, occurs every 1 day, and then we want to run it occur once at, for example I can select like 5:33 p.m. Okay, so I can show you that it run at this particular time, and then start date will be the current date, and there will be no end time. So you can see that on the description side you can see occurs every day at 5:33 p.m. Schedule will be used starting on today's date. So I can click OK. Okay. So the SQL Server agent job has been created, and if you will run this particular select query, so you saw that right there was no data, and now it's, you know the time has been changed to 5:33 p.m. So the SQL agent job should be executed. So let me rerun the query. So now you can see that SQL Server agent job ran fine, and it has loaded the data from all 4 CSV files, and data got loaded to this particular table. If you want to check the history of the SQL Server agent job, then you can right click on the SQL Server agent job and click on view history, and then you can see that the job ran at 5:33 p.m. at this particular date, and you can expand this one as well, and then you can see the time taken by it, like lapse time, it took 0.625 seconds. So if there will be any error, then you can, you can expand this one, and then you can see the error as well. So if you want to run the SQL Server agent on ad hoc basis, then you can right click on it and then click start job at step, so it can run the SQL Server agent job manual time ad hoc basis as well. So click close. So it should have truncated and reloaded the data to the same table. And if you want to see that whether the job ran once or twice, so you can click on it, right click, view history, so you can see that the job ran again on at 5:34. So we ran it again as well. So you can expand the logs here and can see like how much time it took. So this time it took 1 second to run the SQL Server agent job. So guys, this is how you can schedule an SSIS package to be run from the SQL Server agent job. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button and do subscribe to our channel to see more videos and SSIS and other topics.